what do you make of this? VCK saying give us 25 seats, and on the other hand, then you will have suddenly Tol Tirumavallavan, the chief of VCK, jumping up and down and saying why did he speak out of turn. I just think that it's a very, very careful strategy. It's almost like sending feelers. And 2026, I think, in Tamil Nadu, sir, is going to be an election which will be based on how smartly you make alliances. Mr. Venkat Narayan.
Yeah, that's absolutely true, Sudha. I think Anbumani Ramadoss' statement in Kanchipuram seems to forget the fact that the Supreme Court of India in March 2022 had upheld the Madras High Court's judgment in which they said that allotting 10.5% of the seats internally to the PMK, the Vanniyars, would not be right because there are 115 more extremely backward class
MBCs,
communities, and it will not be fair.
Right.
So I think Anbumani is barking up the wrong tree, I'm afraid, Sudha.
Now, I asked you also about VCK, sir. I mean, do you think 25 seats, they are an ally of the DMK, sir? And to say that give us 25 seats for 2026 and there is an or else with ellipsis later. I just think that Tol Tirumavallavan, who's got offers, of course, from both AIADMK and BJP, is just testing the waters, Mr. Venkat Narayan, because he doesn't want to be the second in command or rather a lesser partner in the DMK.
Yeah, you see, obviously, all these talks and claims are being made keeping in mind the upcoming elections, in 2026. So if I believe the presumption is if they ask for 15%, at least they'll end up getting 10% or something. This is a bargaining point, Sudha. I won't really take it very seriously, literally. Everybody is taking up positions to prepare the ground for the assembly elections 18 months from now, and more and more such demands are likely to be made. We'll have to just watch the fun and see what is going on.
Yeah, but then there is one thing, ladies and gents, VCK has a great influence over the Dalits, who are around, I think, 19%, if I'm not wrong. And also, the man who's now going to speak, Advocate Vinoba Bhupati, the PMK, has great influence over the Vanniyar community, and therefore, these two are very, very important to the matrix of Tamil Nadu politics. Vinoba Bhupati, where is this 15% coming from, sir?
No, see, with regard to this social justice issue, two prominent communities in Tamil Nadu consist of more than 50% of Tamil Nadu's population, out of which Vanniyar community is not getting its due share. With due respect to the senior journalist who gave his comments, I want to point to him and tell him that Supreme Court did not stuck down the internal reservation. Rather, it sought for recent data instead of antiquated data. The Supreme Court went ahead and said the state legislative assembly and the state government has the power to grant internal reservation, but with relevant data and recent data. It was in March 31, 2022. Our demand is that in spite of 1,000 days from that particular judgment, the state government of Tamil Nadu constituted a backward class commission, gave 3 months time to quantify the data, give proper data, and again extended it to 6 months and then again for 1 year. So it is a never-ending process now. The Chief Minister of Tamil Nadu in the year 2022, April 7th, in the Legislative Assembly, categorically said that his government will mull over all the options and it will collect the relevant data, and this August House will pass a legislation giving internal reservations to Vanniyars. But today, the same Chief Minister is retracting from his stand and blames the central government.
Yeah, Vinoba Bhupati, let me stop you there. The court, of course, spoke about antiquated data, but it spoke about antiquated data in the context of striking down 10.5 internal reservation. They said, we are A. What Venkat Narayan sir said, that it violates the fundamental rights of equality, non-discrimination and equal opportunity of 115 other most backward communities and denotified communities in Tamil Nadu. Therefore, they said that you cannot give a single community 10.5 reservation from within the total NBC quota of 20% in the state, leaving only a minuscule to the others, and also, not only, but and also that it is based on antiquated data. Now, you're
See,
right.
I want
Maybe
to clarify
Stalin,
one
no,
thing.
Vinoba, hear me out, because we want clarity. I mean, why not?
That is why I'm here for that.
You
Don't jump
know,
into conclusion.
like what Dr.
See, I'll tell you one thing.
Ramadoss
See,
said,
for the
the
benefit of
Vanniyars
the viewers,
community does a great job, and why not? I am only asking you a question. In the eventuality that the caste enumeration does not happen, in the eventuality that there is complete silence from the DMK, what will the PMK do?
first, I want to clarify the wrong perception which you have sent across to the viewers. I want to clarify to the viewers that the 115 communities within the bracket of NBC does not constitute every, Vanniyar is the largest population.
Right.
With more than 14% of the population according to Ambashankar Commission in 1984.
Okay.
So we don't want to confuse the viewers that out of this 115, remaining 114 communities constitute only 6%. Please understand, it is not the number of communities. We need to talk about the population of each and every communities. Out of the 115 communities, Vanniyar community is the largest population within the 20 community.
But then don't you think that eventually that will be proven by the census? What are we talking? Let's get the census done. You are jumping the gun. No,
I'll tell you one thing.
You can't say get the caste census done for our
With
reservation
due
and then
respect
say
to-
don't do it. I mean,
No, with due respect, census is just a head count.
Then what is
Whereas
it that you
survey-
want?
I'll tell you one thing. Here, with regard to this particular social justice issue reservation, we need to quantify the backwardness. In socially and educational backwardness has to be evaluated. Please understand, census is a head count. That does not be a justifiable data for reservation. Here, the backwardness data is more important.
Right.
Adequate representation data is more important. So, for reservation, a community has to
Right,
justify.
but Vinoba, don't you
adequacy
think?
test
But
and
but
the-
but but by
and the-
threatening,
and the backwardness test, that is more important. For that, the state government is the competent authority.
Mr. Yeah,
Supreme Court has
all right,
reiterated.
Mr. Venkat Narayan, let me come
I'll
to
tell
you.
you-
You've
no, no,
been
just a
quiet.
minute.
No,
Give me
no,
30
you
seconds.
can't take all the time,
No, no,
Vinoba,
no,
and
just
I don't
30
shout.
seconds. No,
I
no.
don't shout in my shows. It's against my principle. I'll quieten down. Let's not shout at each other. We are friends here. Mr. Venkat Narayan, then what is the point if there is no enumeration of numbers, if there is no data, then where is the PMK coming from? I mean, is it just a gimmick because they are part of the NDA? They are not, they holding out a threat to a party which is a ruling dispensation in Tamil Nadu. I just think it is sending out a message, sir. It's too early, and it's not as if, okay, I'll give you. It takes, there is a system, a law in, you can't possibly get up and give reservation to someone, Mr. Narayan.
That's absolutely correct. So the point is that India has not had a population census since 2011, and we still not very sure when the next census is going to be held. It is true that several states, including Bihar and Andhra Pradesh, have conducted
Right.
caste census, and the point about the point Bhupati is making is that the Vanniyars are only 10% of the population of Tamil Nadu, and the extreme poverty does exist in the other
Sure.
backward communities, and there is poverty more so in certain communities in Tamil Nadu, which is very, very unfortunate. So this is a basic issue. Mr. Modi is talking about making India zero poverty nation in 2047. That would be a very great idea. We do hope he will realize that. But we are, the Supreme Court was right. They're using antiquated data to claim certain figures. I think we don't know the truth. Even the figures being quoted by Bhupati are 1984, means you're talking about 40-year-old.
40 years, yeah. Yeah.
I mean,
Also,
that's not right.
yeah. And also, because I guess Vinoba will not speak about, unless Vinoba says I will, about VCK. What is the VCK doing? Because, will you, Vinoba? Unmute yourself,
I'll tell you.
Vinoba.
30 seconds. Give me 30 seconds, I'll tell you.
Will you talk about the VCK?
No, not about VCK. I'll tell you.
That's why. Let me finish with Venkat Narayan.
No, just a minute. Just a minute.
You
Just
don't
give me a
listen,
second.
do you, Vinoba?
Give me-
I'm just saying
Please.
thank you
See,
to
I
sir.
don't want to join the match fixing between an anchor and another journalist. I
Match
want to tell
fixing?
the people. of the-
I
yeah,
take, no,
match fixing.
sorry, take
Please
back your words,
understand,
Vinoba
match fixing.
Bhupati.
You are-
There is
you are
no
telling
match
something
being
and
played
he is
here.
accepting it.
My
We are
show is not
here.
a match.
I am not here to accept whatever you say, whatever journalist say. I want to
Just
tell
take
my
it
view.
easy.
And what is more important
Take it
is
easy
you
and
people should
smile.
understand-
It's okay, it's
you
Christmas.
people should understand that there is a Statistical Act of India 2008 which empowers every state government to enumerate caste data, and they can collect caste survey and they can do it. With the help of the data, the state government can give a relevant and recent data based on which a state government can legislate and give special and internal reservation. Indira Sahani case in the year 1993 has categorically said a caste can be considered as a class and it can be given a reservation according to the proportional
What if the
population.
DMK turns you
Please
down?
understand it.
What if the
Here,
DMK
nowadays,
turns you down?
youngsters are well aware
What
about what
if
is happening
you
now.
have you've already said we will not seek any seats because we want prosperity and empowerment of our community. Very noble
Social
thought.
justice. Please, it's not
Social
about
justice, Samuttavam, social
Social
justice.
justice.
What if the DMK says thank you but no thank you? What do you do?
No, then I'll tell you, yesterday my party president has categorically said we'll go to door, street to street, voter to voter, and we'll try to make them
And I'm
understand.
so sorry.
That
Yeah.
this particular
But the
MK
point is
Stalin,
that I
the
don't
chief
think
minister,
it's going to
is
happen
against social
because it
justice.
needs legislation. You know, it's not so easy to say I don't want any seats. I mean, it's already a bargain that you've put up. And I do agree with you that the Vanniyar community requires to be empowered. They are marginalized.